Guys, we're gonna go ahead and play some Biomutant today. Just got this, so I haven't even started it yet. And let's go.
Encode your DNA.
Oh, jeez. Developed. Oh my gosh. Wow. That looks like a stuffed animal. I think I'm actually gonna stick with the primal.
Define your genetic structure.
Oh, jeez. Hmm. Yeah, we'll go for that.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Resistance? Jeez. Hmm. Biohazard, radioactivity, cold, or heat. I'm gonna try. Yeah, we'll do that.
Choose your fur style.
My first time. Kinda like that. Let's see what else we got here though. Yeah, we'll stick with that.
Pick your main color.
Yeah, we'll go for that.
Choose your detail color.
Okay, let's turn down the brightness. Hmm. Oh.
Pick a class.
Jeez. And then tricky, skillful rogue.
Commando.
What the heck?
Psy-freak.
Mind freak.
Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur.
Mainly dual wield. Damage by 2.
Psy-freak. Commando. Deadeye. Sent Deadeye.
I'm gonna go Deadeye. Screw it. I mean, the Psy-freak does sound interesting, but...
Deadeye chosen.
Ready to start. Sure.
Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
See.
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Strength and power, or freedom and loyalty. How do I want to make this character? Good guy or bad guy?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you, your inner voice to be precise, an echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be a
That
bad guy.
thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you, we're two halves of the same, with the difference being I'm the better half.
Oh, for
Better half. My way is both better and brighter. Light makes it easier to see the best end.
sure it does.
The best end is the one you decide yourself, and it seems we're headed in the right direction.
Wow.
Guess left can be right sometimes.
Something killed that.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the Predator only grew stronger. For it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Keep running. Keep running. What just happened?
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Oh God.
The Predator isn't the only threat.
Oh,
the wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die. Scragged another. Boom, boom.
Can't see. Sure.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Now that's a flesh wound.
Oh, he gave me sushi. Right? What it looks like. Swimming in that? What the heck? Finish him. You guys all carrying candy? What's going on here? health will go up. Collect. Go with the intellect. Yep, that's right. You had an idea. Good for you. Okay. Oh, wow. There's that. Oh my gosh. How big is this map? As far as I can zoom out. Oh man.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
The once was. Humans or humans? Okay. You wondered what happened to make all this.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Claw bar. Where's bigger than you, dude?
Whoa!
Ow.
It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
From there, but small health pack. It looks like a go-gurt. There's a little platform there. Nothing on this side. Okay. Cool. Oh, that don't look good. The giant plant.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. the deep cut.
He's out of here.
No, nothing. Not here, nothing. No. Oh no. Yeah, well, wait. Here, hold on. Just a second. Dang, cord from this controller keeps hitting my foot and I keep thinking something's grabbing me. Okay, let's go back.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is bolted shut. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Rotate each of the nodes.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Interesting. Now it's
The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door.
I don't want to go by that door.
A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go.
3 moves, really? Is that an otter?
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Don't stop pounding that one. Chop, chop. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Tickling toffee? Okay. Anybody else has anything to pick up? So I have to go.
Oloi bo bopaweg iboda kelmok.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why.
Iatu iau mawa. Evunkutu buvum.
He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Yevofo lolan ofo.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed.
Iatu iau mawa. Kotobuata.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
Atu awa ya ia.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
To huae. Vububu tubuko.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
Harry Potter?
Ye mufurbu. Bum. To huae.
It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma.
Ye mufurbu. Bum. Luatulu maua.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
Maotoliawahu. Mopu far kobi.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have.
Kujai. Hifar befarbe.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
Chintuata motihuasa. Maotoliawahu.
The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world.
Farfarifto. Tuka kubu. Ilfov ugvuhu. Vobra bum.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Really? This guy's got a pop door? Best be.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people.
What?
The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Alright. Is that guy supposed to be Elvis or what? The Fawn? I thought maybe there'd be something in here.
You've found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the pensai tree. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral from the natural rock. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Okay.
Now that you've seen the nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived.
Honto kun tue pon yevun goja.
The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route.
Jumbo Puff.
Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Ka nuka nuburak the water.
Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route.
Honto kun tue pon yevun goja.
The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own.
Kotuvon ko kumlun kono. Auketo tolu ayadre.
He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved.
E baso do bubu bukoye.
He claims names have power, so he gave them these names to weaken them. For him, the Porky Puff is particularly personal. It was that carnivorous beast that took his leg.
Beboko kontabe.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Do wowu.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Something behind me? Guess not. And it looks like no.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
So he just peed to mark his territory? Is that what I just witnessed?
the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake.
And I guess I should check some village for stuff, and then we'll go up there.
Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
Kill him! Oh.
He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
Okay.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important.
Oh my god.
Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out-of-Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part.
Lotulu Bio.
Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on their rivalry with the Jagni tribe.
Farfarifto, Tuka Kubu, Iatu Yao Mawa.
Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
Far Kobemako Tofar Titaba.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Check this place out and see if there's anything in this burning wreckage.
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded.
Is it gonna dry off or what? Ah, everything. Hey.
You're bruised.
Come at me, bro.
You should be able to use that.
Okay, wait.
Fast like a snake. It only gets weirder from here.
Okay. Wait.
This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. Steady there. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see.
Really?
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war.
You can eat your seafood.
Points out that the Sifu has a tight schedule, but is willing to let you in and find out if he has an open slot.
Sibi? La fanan aginkan man. Gerad na far hutut mustugay la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place.
Can both?
He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu.
Gerad na far hutut.
But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you.
By the frame, gotta want they. All the goose are gonna head echt.
He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common.
To guy la wute.
He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here.
Gala wande. Gula ma mosse.
There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted.
But it were a yonke. Get out full of vas in a habele.
The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
Brita labu volo marati.
Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain.
Gala wala click click.
The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions.
That can't. Volo se gada bodo.
Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life.
Gala motti.
He was hoping
Gala wach. Mus mulekan frifgelf.
that Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe.
Mulekan frifgelf. Wapala misa. Schleine forrotna mika.
The Jagni tribe may believe that fear and hatred will lead them to domination. A vanquisition of the tribes and destruction of the Tree of Life won't be the restart they want. It's just an end to everything.
Gala wach. Guaremba. Gine afirma katano shubudo.
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war.
Gine afirma katano shubudo.
You need to take the struggle to the enemy, or the enemy will bring it to you. When survival is threatened, there's no other option left but war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of.
Oh my.
He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
But it were a yonke.
You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks.
Man is slenkjok. Gellen denken of what ja.
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon.
Gellet not.
Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again.
Sibi?
They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward than using violence to combat violence.
Hem denken aufwesse Anne?
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
Kera moti, kera tingin hiram.
Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor.
Vladi tikkela vasa movde.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good.
Tugai